No way that goes. And that is way too deep. Boy by D-Rob. Oh, no. And Chris Paul's down the court. Going all the... Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's YBC, and I am back bringing another video. And in this video, I'm going to be bringing to you guys a gameplay with the brand new Pink Diamond Chris Paul. Hopping straight into it right here, as you guys can see in front of us on the screen, we do have the brand new Pink Diamond CP3. And surprisingly, guys, this card right here is actually going for pretty cheap. I ripped around 50 packs early this morning, and I did pull him in a pack along with Pink Diamond KAWHI Leonard, the brand new Pink Diamond KAWHI Leonard. Although I did take a look at his price before I recorded this gameplay, and right now he is going for around a price range of 60,000 MT, which is very, very surprising considering all the juiced up badges and attributes that 2K gave this card, which we will go over shortly. I'm honestly kind of surprised that Chris Paul got a moments card because he didn't really have like the craziest stat line, and he also wasn't the MVP, as Chris Paul did drop 23 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists, which was a solid stat line, and I'm very, very glad 2K gave this man a moments card for that. Because I'm a big Chris Paul fan. I love using Chris Paul in 2K, and especially this year, guys. I love using Chris Paul this year in 2K as well, because people now run point guards. In previous years, whenever I got gameplay with Chris Paul cards, people would always use Giannis and guys like Kevin Durant at point guard. But now it's gonna be a lot of fun using him against real point guards. Now, as I'm about to go over the badges and attributes, I am gonna go over them while comparing this Chris Paul card to this Oppo Tony Parker card, because Oppo Tony Parker just came out a month ago, and honestly, guys, I went over the badges and attributes of Chris Paul already, and Chris Paul does look better than Oppo Tony Parker. Take a look at these two cards right here, more specifically this Chris Paul card. 2K made him 6 feet. They made Tony Parker 6'2". When it comes to the badge count right here, Chris Paul has 33 Hall of Fame badges, and Tony Parker does have 23 Hall of Fame badges. Chris Paul has 17 golds. Tony Parker has 30 golds. One bronze and 1 silver for CP3. No bronze and no silver for Tony Parker. When we take a look at the badge count right here for these two cards, both of them have Hall of Fame floor general, both of them have Hall of Fame range. Chris Paul does come with Hall of Fame quick draw, green machine, same thing with Tony Parker, Hall of Fame Deadeye for CP3. Both have Hall of Fame dimer, both have Hall of Fame clamps, both have Hall of Fame quick first step. Chris Paul right here, guys, does have a lot more Hall of Fame defensive badges and also finishing badges than Tony Parker. A lot of Tony Parker's finishing badges are on gold. All in all, guys, right here, you guys see the difference between the two badge counts. Chris Paul obviously has the better badge count. When we take a look at the attributes for these two cards right here, CP3 does come with 97 driving layup. They both have a 95 mid-range. Chris Paul does come with 98 3-point, which is better than Tony Parker's. When we take a look at his dunking right here, Chris Paul comes with a 75 driving dunk compared to a 65 for Tony Parker. Moving along to the playmaking right here, guys, they pretty much have identical playmaking. Chris Paul does come with 98 ball handle, 98 passing accuracy. Chris Paul has way better defense at a 98 steal and a 98 perimeter defense. Rebounding is below average, but both of these guys are point guards. Doesn't really matter too much. They both have identical speed, speed with balls. Both have identical staminas. Chris Paul does have a better lateral quickness at +3, and Chris Paul does have a better defensive consistency at a 98, and they both have the same offensive consistency at a 98. So after going over the badges and attributes, I think we can all agree that that Pink Diamond Chris Paul card is better than Oppo Tony Parker, who costs 750 tokens, which is absolutely wild. I wanted to compare the two cards mainly to show you guys how overpowered and how juiced up that Pink Diamond Chris Paul card is. He is absolutely incredible. But ultimately, we're going to find out how good he is in the gameplay. So without further ado now, let's hop into the gameplay and ultimately see what he's all about on the court. Go, nice pick and roll right here between Chris Paul and Giannis. Okay, he's going under the screen. Chris Paul from deep splash. This man razzling dazzling already start off this game. That right there, guys, probably the #1 thing that I do love about using Chris Paul cards is that 2K always blesses him every single year with like some of the best dribbling animations and size ups. We're gonna run a nice pick and roll here between D-Rob and Chris Paul. He's not stepping up. We got the mid-range open, and that is cash. Nice shot by CP3 at the elbow. Another thing I do like about Chris Paul, guys, this year compared to in other years, is we get that steal. I'll take that. Thank you very much. On a break, Chris Paul attacking paint with a full head of steam. This is probably a bad take. Yes, it okay. I guess it wasn't a bad take. I'll take that. But as I was trying to say, with this year with Chris Paul, 2K sped up his release because of quick draw. In previous years, Chris Paul always had like some terrible releases. I'm so glad they fixed his release this year. As we get that steal, I'll take that. On a break right here is Chris Paul. That was actually a terrible pass. Chris Paul though, I don't have it. Let's reset up top. Pick and roll between D-Rob and CP3. Nice move. Oh, nice move. Chris Paul from deep splash. Another 3-pointer for Chris Paul. This man just broke Shea out of his shoes. Let's keep on running these high pick and rolls right here. This time we're gonna try to run it with Giannis and CP3. He's overplaying me. Oh, I'm snatching it back from deep, and another green beam for Chris Paul. That right there, I think, is his 3rd green light of the day. He has 11 points, actually 13 points. Excuse me. This man is cooking up. Good steal right there from D-Rob. I'll take that. Chris Paul right here fading for the mid-range, and that's early, but it's still cash. Nice shot right there from CP3. High pick and roll right here between Giannis and Chris Paul. Looks like he's trying to set his charge sheets. What is he doing? Chris Paul going all the way. That's a big boy finish over Boogie. Great layup from Chris Paul. I really want to get at least one slam dunk in with Chris Paul before this gameplay is over. But to be completely honest, my opponent's not letting me leak out and go on fast breaks. That should be a steal. Thank you very much. This should be it. This could be it. Chris Paul attacking the paint. Okay, Ben Simmons is there though. It's not going to be it. Let's reset up top right here. No way am I going to attack the paint on Simmons. And no way am I going to dunk over Ben Simmons with Chris Paul. Standing double team right here. Somebody has to be open. That's Julius Erving wide open in left corner. Catch and shoot for Dr. J. Bang! You can't leave anybody open on the court for me. All my guys can shoot threes. I'm going to try and rim run right here with Chris Paul, but Shaq's in the paint, so I'm probably not going to dunk it. Actually, I might be able to. No, I'm not. But I'll take a layup right there. 2 more points for Chris Paul. Gives him 19 for the game. No way that goes. And that is way too deep. Boy by D-Rob. Oh, no. And Chris Paul's down the court, going all the way. Posterizing Ben Simmons with the slam dunk. Let's go, CP3. That is so unrealistic. But he did it last night, so you can't really say it's that unrealistic. As I nearly get that steal. Good defense. Beautiful defense by Dr. J. And we're not able to pick that up. It's all good. He only has 4 seconds. No way in the world that goes in. Let's go. Boy by Dr. J. All or no one. Chris Paul down the court. Going all the way in the paint. That lip is good. Beautiful animation. 2 more points for Chris Paul in his first half. Now gives them 24. Chris Paul right here. I'm going to try and stop and pop for 3. Bang! Even though that was widely contested, 34%. Chris Paul still got that to go. This man's green window is so big. Good steal by Giannis. I don't know how I got that, but I'll take it. Chris Paul wide open on the left wing. And that's cash. Another green light for Chris Paul. Gives him now 34 to game. That should be a steal. I'm right there. Thank you very much. Let's go. Chris Paul for the midi open. And that is good again. Chris Paul now has a takeover badge activated, I believe, for the first time in this game, which is sharp shooting. Good steal by Giannis. Let's go. On a break, Chris Paul. I'm going to try and stop and pop from the hash. Ooh. I got carried away right there. And it looks like my opponent might be out of this game. Wow, surprisingly. He's probably going to get an 8-second violation right here, and it's probably going to be a matter of time before it says your opponent has left the match. Let's try and get a quick bucket right here. Never mind, we can't. He's left the match in the second quarter, midway through it. Alright guys, you guys know the drill. Because my opponent did quit in the second quarter and Chris Paul was doing his thing, I'm going to still continue this gameplay by playing one more game of online triple threat. Chris Paul right here attacking paint with a foot of steam and getting another dunk to go down. Let's go. Picking up where we left off in a triple threat game. Where we left off from the unlimited game. Put the ball to the court right here with Chris Paul attacking the baseline with a foot of steam. Hop stepping through Michael Jordan and hop stepping in that layup to go. Alright, we're down by 5 points right here, 9-4. My opponent's team is stacked. He has literally all pink diamonds and opals. Chris Paul's dribble. That is green right there. But my opponent does have that point guard LeBron, MJ, and AD. His team is way better than mine. Nice move from Chris Paul. We're open behind the screen. That is cash. This man's size, like I was saying earlier, guys, are just simply incredible. I love them so much. We got to get back and play some defense, though. I don't know what type of defense that was. This game not looking too good for us, guys. We're down by 8 points, but Chris Paul's still doing his thing offensively. It's just defensively, we can't get stops as MJ does have takeover. Nice move by Chris Paul, shaking and baking on MJ. The GOAT, and that mid-range is good. This man, Chris Paul, looking like what Allen Iverson did to MJ back in the day. As I get that steal, I'll take that. Chris Paul wide open for 3, and that is off, unfortunately. D-Rob with the board, though. Out to CP. One more to Roy for the mid-range. This should be easy money. Indeed it is. Down by 4. We're still in this game. We definitely need to stop right here. Let's try and get one. And MJ just simply rim running through my defense. This team right here defensively really is not that good. It's either that or my opponent's team is just simply too stacked. Got B-Roy right here. Gonna get to Chris Paul. Open for the mid-range. And that's green. Chris Paul with 13 points. We're down by 4. We must need to stop right here if we're going to continue this game. If we don't get to stop right here, it's going to be game. That's good defense up the court from Chris Paul. Trying to bump him. Ah, couldn't get the bump. Help that. That's good help. That's good help. And that's actually a better shot. Okay, that's a great shot. GG's to my opponent. In this one, this guy was actually a really good opponent. And yeah, you lose some, you win some, you lose some. GG's to this man. Even though we did lose a triple threat game, guys, Chris Paul still had himself a very solid performance in this video. In the online game, he forced the rage quit and he dropped, I believe, 32 points. And in this triple threat game, he also dropped 13 points, which gives him a combined 45 points for this gameplay, for this debut. So now moving on to the card review for this Pink Diamond Chris Paul card. At this stage in the game, guys, Tony Parker is a 10 out of 10 card, and as we compared him to Tony Parker, he is just as good. In my opinion, he is better. Therefore, I'm giving him a 10 out of 10. Honestly, guys, there isn't really much more I need to say about this card. You guys saw how good he is. Offensively, he can do everything. Defensively, he can do everything. I guess the really only flaw in this card is his size. Like, if you play up against LeBron James at point guard or Ben Simmons at point guard, this man, Chris Paul, will probably not survive. But nonetheless, guys, this card right here is still a usable card. And I'm very glad that 2K made Chris Paul usable because in previous years, as I was saying earlier, it was very, very hard to use him. So now that right there now is pretty much going to do it for this video. All in all, I think for 60,000 MT, this man right here is a must-cop card because he's one of the best point guards in the game. And that right there now is going to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all love and support. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a like. It would be greatly appreciated. And I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. And as usual and as always, it's YBC and I'm out. Peace.